Hello and welcome. I am going to attempt to do day number 6 step by step with the camera on. So what I've been challenging myself to do is to make one project using all of the pieces for the day. And today has a lot of pieces. And the only thing I can think of is like to do the same thing that I already did, like a journal or a stuffed pocket. So instead, I think I'm going to attempt to make one of these pockets, but possibly two. And what I'm thinking is that these pieces here would make great cluster pieces like these. And then each one has a tag insert. So that would use some of these tag type pieces, and this one even has a tag this way and an insert this way. So I'm going to try to make this one and then see what I have left over, and I may end up having to make two of them this time around because I'm kind of at a loss. I don't want to make a whole bunch of separate ephemera and then have to figure out where I'm going to put it. So that's why I was making like individual projects. I thought it was just fun to challenge myself. But then I get to the point where I'm at now that this is actually a lot of wonderful goodies for the day. And I just don't know what I want to do. But definitely like I want to mix the two together. But I just kind of separated it by colors. Like this is one color scheme. This is one color scheme, and then this is like my clusters. So without further ado, I'm going to start actually with the clusters, I think. Well, no, let's save the clusters for last because I don't know if I need one cluster or two clusters. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull out my scrap paper that I've been using throughout this 7 days, and that is just out of a book I found at the Dollar Tree. I had purchased it to actually use for myself about sewing, and then I decided that I wasn't ever going to actually learn how to sew like actual clothing and stuff, and that's what the book was about. My sewing is more along the lines of wait. Trying to figure out. Okay. So this one has the side pocket, but no flip up. And then this one has the flip up and no side pocket. So I'm going to try to mimic this one. I don't even remember how I did it. So there you go. So, I just started actually sewing with my sewing machine in my journals. Gotten comfortable with actually using my sewing machine. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I just folded this down and then just left enough to make a good flap for a tag. And then what I'm going to do is glue it on this side, glue this down, and this is going to be my opening. So just to remind myself of that is I go ahead and just pop a little thumb hole so that I can remember that that was where I wanted to have that. Then I'm going to work on using this large piece, and so I'm probably going to use my roller and just rip it. So I'm probably going to need to get out my distressing stuff because I'm going to have to distress these edges that I'm cutting off. Okay. Oh, that's cute already. Okay. My distressing things. I just rearranged my little craft space. I have a little corner in my closet that I use to craft, and it was just getting to be too much. Everything seemed to be just piled on top of each other, and it was just too much. So I took my bookshelf out of my bedroom and put it, it's vintage, I mean not vintage photo, but walnut stain. I took the bookshelf out of my bedroom and put it into my closet, and I ordered a small bookshelf for the bedroom because most of the things that were on the bookshelf were actually just books that I was going to use in journaling projects. So now I have all my books in here that oh, and I bought a storage building for my yard. So the books I'm going to use for the innards for my projects I have over here on the bookshelf, and then the items that I'm going to use for the actual, like the books for the journal bases, I have out in the storage building, and then I'll just get them as I need them, just to make it a little bit easier and have less junk in the house. Okay, so there is the beginning of our pocket. I already love it. And I still have this beautiful picture here, and that I even really could put it on the back and make this just a pocket that you would, you know, clip to the top of a journal page, or you can glue it down and not put anything back there. I have to decide what I want to do. That's super cute. Okay, so I want to decorate this little tab here because I have so much to work with. I want to use up some of what I have. So look and just see what I have here. This would be cute to go down there. Or I could do something like this. You know, it would be pretty if I fussy cut this out and put it down there. So that's what I shall do. Just fussy cut around. Not too fussy. I'm not even going as closely as I would normally. I'm just kind of... Let's see. Now I see this as two separate pieces. So this will become this. Gotta get saved for something else. Okay, so I'm gonna get my little ink brush, go over it, and then we're gonna just glue it down. It's like the perfect size too. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay. And as far as glue, my very favorite is the big Elmer's purple glue. I purchased the little ones like when they were on sale for the beginning of the school year, and they just don't work as well. I don't know why. It should be the exact same glue, but I just don't feel like it works as well. And then I use the art glitter glue, and then I also have some Aleene's clear tacky glue that I bought at Big Lots before I invested in the art glitter glue. So I use that sometimes too. But for things like pockets, I always use art glitter glue because it comes out thin and it dries fast for the pocket edges. And then for flat things, I love to use the Elmer's. Okay, so there's that. Now, I don't have, on my prototype here, I don't have any kind of an indent, so I'm not going to put any. I just have that large cluster here, a tag here, and a tag here. So let's see, this tag is going to be too tall, so I can either cut this off and make it fit. I can make either one of those fit, or I can just put something like this girl in here and then something like this into the side or that. Let's go into the side. I kind of just love this little girl. Like to put her here, maybe with, I don't know, I might put her on the tag though. I don't know. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this inside. So I need to back it with something because it's just paper. And it's a little bit small, so I'm going to have to make it a little bit bigger. And you know what? I could put this on the back. And then, well then you can't write on it. I don't know. I could put this inside. Decide. Decisions here. Okay, so I just have a piece of paper. Anytime I get a book that has a nice thick matte page, I save it for gluing to it because it thickens the paper enough to make a nice like cardstock thickness, but it doesn't thicken it too much, because I was using like index cards and things, and I found out that that really thickens it too much and makes it really hard. And I really like the really hard tags on some things, but on some projects not so much. Okay, so you see what I just did. That's okay. I just cut it back down too small again. So I'm going to put a tab on it. Let's see how much. Yeah, might work. So let's put something on the back of it. So I could make the thing on the back bigger, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to just leave it. Just take a piece of this greenish paper. Just to make it so we can journal on the card. And then we shall make the tab so that it can protrude from the tab. Okay. I hear Google out there just playing. I thought I turned him off. Love this new tripod, or I guess just a phone holder for my phone here. I have it hooked to my closet shelf so that when I move, because this table moves a lot, when I move the table it won't move the shelf. Okay, I could decorate this. You know what? I might decorate this with the pretty little girl. Yes. So cute. Okay. I could even do something like this, or fussy cut the fruit, put it behind her. Where's that piece of green? I mean blue. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, why did I glue her first? I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna glue this, and a lot of the time I'll actually rip the ends. I love the way it looks. This time I'm going to leave it solid, and that is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I love it. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to take one of my postage stamps, and I don't have an acrylic block. I have it on my wish list. I'm in a group on Facebook where we have an Amazon wish list, and then we purchase things for each other, so I'm hoping someone will purchase it for me soon. So there we go. If not, I'll end up having to purchase it for myself. But it's a fun little group where we put things on our wish list, and then we play games, and then you have to purchase, you know, certain items, you know, $5 item or $4 item for so-and-so, and then that's how you end up getting things, because the person will purchase it for you. And you end up pretty much spending what you receive, but it just makes it fun. Okay, so there is that. And I'm going to actually put it in this way because I just thought about it. I didn't leave a place for my tab. So I don't want to put my tab up here in her head. So I'm going to put my tab here. And that's where these come in handy too, because I could use this for my tab. Except I don't like the colors together. But I could use maybe even this. And then come up. How about that? Okay, just gonna fold this down just a little. I'm gonna use my corner rounder, and I'm gonna round these corners on the inside. To attach it here and let it come all the way up and around. That's gonna be super cute. And for tabs, I also use the art glitter glue just because it has that more control and dries quicker. Now if I could just get the needle to go in. Okay, and then I'm gonna have that come up here, and then somewhat straight. Okay, now I'm trying to decide, do I want to put something behind here? So I'll look and see what my options are. You know, I still have this. You gotta be too busy. The quilt could go there. And I just have circles. I might put a circle there. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna leave that for now. Okay. So okay. That takes care of the journaling card, other than I'm going to put a word here. And I actually wanted to put a word here, but that'd be too much. So I'm just gonna put the word here. And she's gonna slide right on in here. And look, I didn't match it up, but that's okay. I should have matched that to the tab, but it's okay. Not a big deal. As long as you can pull it out. Okay, so she's finished for now. This is finished for now, other than I have to add my cluster onto it. So now we're gonna put a tag in here. And I'm thinking I may just do this. And I even could just pull this up. But I think I may just put it on the back. So I think I want to back her with something just kind of flimsy. So I have more of this green paper because I got it, I think, at the Dollar Tree in one of those scrap paper packs. Back when I first started, I had no scrap paper, so I purchased the scrap paper packs to give me some scrap paper to work with. And so now I have all those scraps. So I have tons of these because there was a thick pack of them in there. And it's a really thin paper. It's not even, I don't think it's as thick as copy paper. So it doesn't add a whole lot of girth to the project, but it gives it some color and a little bit of stability compared to what it was. And I'm just going to glue her right there, and then I'm probably going to add something to it. See, I may end up having to make my clusters out of something else. And that's why I thought better of making those clusters first, because now I'm thinking I want to add something on top of here. There's no words today, I don't think, other than like this. But I really want that to be the front of my cluster. I could break these apart to maybe put that there. So I'm just going to tear it. And I do have my butterflies that I've been using right here that I printed online, and I have these leftovers from yesterday. And I have these leftovers from the freebie, and I think there may be words in here. Lemonade. Lemonade's not really going to go with my theme for today. There's a couple of strawberry things in here that would go. Let me pull these out, put them in my eyesight so I can remember I have them. And the lemon things we'll save for another project. Okay, so these I'm going to put right here in my eyesight to remind me that I have them if I need them. Because like this actually would have been really cute. But I think I'm going to go with this. And I want maybe a sentiment there. I have some sentiments that I printed out online. I made, I just typed them in Word, Microsoft Word, and just printed them in different fonts. I used just positive words that made me think of positive things. And then I also found a couple of free online printables. Okay, so I forgot to take out my hole punch. It's right here, good. I have my hole punch, and I have a mini stapler that I also found on Amazon. I got it from that same group, the exchange group that I'm in. I wonder if I want to put a reinforcer. I don't think I do. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Did I? I don't know if I distressed it or not, but if I did, I didn't do it enough. Okay. So that's one tag to go inside, one to go in here. And then I can always throw some extras like this just in there. It's so cute. I love it. Just like that, actually. But I still have all of this here. So this could be another pocket, or I can find a way to put it in this one, but I think I'm going to keep that like that and work on cluster number 1. Okay, so what I do with my clusters, I just find my scraps that I have here. Okay. And I'm just going to take my tallest ones and make like an X. And then I have scrap from this. And then take something like this, and I'll just kind of throw it on there. I want this to be the center, so it's kind of the doily to show, or do I? I kind of like that. Let's see. I'm just going to bring this up. Strawberry Crush kind of down and over. Circle kind of behind it. I'm thinking this will go maybe like that. Save the other circle on this other piece of quilt for the other cluster. And I could have put that on so it's raised up as well. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then all I do is I just rip these down to where I want them to be. Okay, just going to distress it a little bit like this. And I definitely want something on that. So that's going to be my cluster here. And it's going to kind of hang off the edge. Okay, so let's glue this together and this pocket will be done. I'm going to round these corners off. Okay. So I'm just going to go down this edge. I'm not too concerned about keeping it all the way out because remember my tag is a little bit too small anyway. Okay, and then this one. Let that dry for a second. And then there. Glue that on. Put the glue in the center. Glue her on there. Put these in here. Isn't that so cute? Okay. So, it's getting caught on something. Getting caught. Oh, strawberry back here is getting caught. Okay. Whoops. I'll glue strawberry down. Flat. Dirty hands. Okay. There we go. Now it slides right in. Okay. That is so cute. I love it. Okay. So that's pocket number 1. Pocket number 2. Trying to remember how I did. I think I just folded it. I think it was a wide piece of paper and I folded it over to make this pocket. Okay, so I have a piece of the dictionary, no, science encyclopedia, which is actually, no, I think this was a bug book, but it's that same just awesome feeling paper. I love the way it feels. Just gonna go in a little bit just to make it smoother here, so when you go to tuck something in, and then here, and that is going to be my pocket. So I'm going to open it, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on in there. Or, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do this. Could always put this one on there. I can even fold it around. Decisions. And I could take like this paper here and then like that, or fussy cut the, you know what, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to glue this tag in. Yes. It's going to be so cute. Okay, so I'm going to glue this tag in, and it's going to cover this whole page here. Now I can just fold it over to the top, glue it down on the back. As you see it, boysenberry. This was boysenberry page that I used yesterday. Alright. Yes, and then see the edge of the strawberries will show. I'm going to fussy cut these really quickly. And I don't usually fussy cut this quickly, and I don't usually fussy cut this far from the edge. I always cut a little bit from the edge. I don't like to be right up on the black part, because it drives me crazy, because sometimes you like leave some black or not leave black. So I always try to like just leave some edging. I like the way it looks. But because I'm trying to be a little bit fast here, I'm not cutting as close as I normally would. Now remember, all is not lost when I cut this out, because I will be using some of this probably in my cluster. Okay, and then when I have things like this, I do this. I just come down, and then I'll come back up. And pull those out. Usually cuts right around them. Looks cute. Okay. So she's gonna go right here. Yes. Okay. So, and I usually keep my lids on my glues, but since I'm videotaping, I thought I would just leave my lids off of my glues, make it a little bit easier. So I want a lot of this to show, so I'm going to kind of turn it so that most of it should show. Yes. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay. Now, looking at my prototype here, I left where you could see, and that is purple. So actually kind of would go with my theme here. But don't know how I'm going to do this, but I can use this, and that will work for another project. So I'm going to put that in my scrap bin, because I don't think I'm going to use it in this project, but I can use it in my next one. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now here's what I have left of my original items. See how quick they go? I was worried that I would not be able to use them all. Okay, so here's what I have left. That's it. These two are probably going to be tucked in there, and these two should be part of a cluster. So that leaves these extras, and it leaves my junk over here. You know what? Yeah, okay. I'm going to take this scrap. Where did I put my ruler. There you are. Okay. And I'm just going to rip this. And she's going to go right on top so that you could barely see anything. I'm going to trim it a little bit more. Hopefully it'll work. Sometimes if you're not far enough from the edge, it'll mess up. Work perfect. Okay, so we're gonna put her here, put her here, and then I'll probably maybe put her. Oh, our cluster is gonna go here. Maybe she'll be the front of my cluster. So we're gonna put this up because the cluster is gonna go down here. You gotta be thinking 3 steps ahead when you're junk journaling. Okay, so go. And it means I can actually center everything more towards the top, and then the bottom will be forgiven with the cluster. So I can make sure everything's centered up here, looking good. And then down here, if anything's a mistake, I can cover it with that cluster. If I even end up doing a cluster, now that I'm got my little creative juices going here. Okay, and what I didn't do was distress. I'm going to distress really quickly. Just kind of give it that edge. And then I'm going to use my medium corner rounder here. That's going to be glued down. Okay. When I have little pieces like the corners coming up, I always just use the art glitter glue to get those back down. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. Glue you down. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue you down too while we're at it. And she is ready for her decoration. Okay, so the pocket part is actually ready. And now we're going to make the inside stuffing, and we're going to make that cluster to go on it. So these aren't ruled out yet. These may go in there because that's very strawberry. Very, very strawberry. Okay. So I think these two are going to be inserts, and these are going to be part of the cluster. I'll put those over there. Put those over there. These are going to be my inserts. Now I can just go ahead with the green again on the back. I think. No, I'm not liking that color with this. I do have a little bit of that pink. Could possibly go maybe on here. Do it. Now I'll just leave the bottom without anything. Just give it some sturdiness and gives still some space for journaling. Just trim those edges. And then just to add to the junkiness of it, a lot of the time I just leave the words too. Okay, so there's that one. It's cute. And then we're going to put her together. You know, she's got that same basket of strawberries. Look at that. So that'll be cute. That is, but it's not blank on the back to journal. Okay, well, let's see. I have some. It's like a thick drawing paper. Found at the Goodwill. Rip a piece of that off. It's really old. I think it's actually an old scrapbook. The old ones that used to glue into. It's that like almost that really porous construction paper type of paper. But the color on it, I love. It's very old-fashioned, kind of a manila color. It's not too thick. It's still actually pretty thin. Almost too thin. Let's see. Now she has a journaling space on the back. I could make her into a tag. I might just leave her into a little journaling card. And my prototype has a small tab up there too. So I may or may not put that. Let's see what we've got. Build a cluster really quickly and we'll be done. 35-minute video here. My very first video is 35 minutes long. Okay, so here's what we have. I think I'm going to work with these. It's going to be longer than that, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Build the cluster. Do like a star. Oh, it's so porous it doesn't even want to wet my glue stick to it. Right. There's that cluster. That's going to be cute. I'm just going to rip everybody off. Make it almost like a circle. Distress it really quickly. And I may have to add the sentiments and just make that my thumbnail, because I'm thinking, I wonder if YouTube will even let me go for that much time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I will add probably the ribbon, the sentiment, and I'm probably going to put something on these, and that will be that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me on my very first video. 40 minutes long, but we made two beautiful cluster tag pocket thingy jiggies, and I had a lot of fun, and I used everything that came in the kit. So I hope you join me tomorrow for the final day, and for the month of June I will be participating in the Dear Julie Julie June I think it's junk only challenge this time, or yeah, junk only challenge this month, and I will probably be posting a video of that when I go through my trash to see what I want to use, what my ideas are floating around in my head. So I'll see you later. Bye.